Welcome to the Trash Cats Trash Cast. I'm Richard.
I'm Steven.
And it's mid-August in Michigan, which can only mean one thing. 75 is under construction, and rich old fucks with old-ass wacky cars are driving 10 miles under the speed limit on Woodward, so all the poor people who set up their lawn chairs can look at them.
It is pretty cringe. So
It's pretty fucking wild. It's a parade of wealthy. It's a parade of the wealth, and it's on display for the peasants.
you know who's at fault, though?
I can think of a couple people, but who do you think is at fault here?
Poor people.
Yes.
Who put out their people that are impressed by
who
cars.
come from across the country to come park up. They rent out, they pay for parking lot spaces on the side of Woodward so they can set up a little tent and lawn chairs and a cooler and holler at these fucking people driving by with their cars it's like, okay, some of them look very cool and they're very nice, and I get that. I get the aesthetic of it, but also, how fucking rich do you have to be to own and maintain these toy cars? It's wild to me.
I just can't imagine being a man who cares about cars. It's so silly.
At least not in that way. Like, being able to, like, take care of your car is one thing, but, like, to drive, to go.
I think even driving a car as a modern male, disgusting.
It's pretty beta behavior. Ride the bus or get a valet.
I just can't imagine being infatuated where you spend your free time watching a piece of metal roll
down the street.
That one's pretty.
We had customers come to our spot at the zoo and like, oh yeah, we're from out of town. We came up here for Dream Cruise weekend. And that was like at the beginning of the week. So like they're making a whole week out of it, which to be fair, people in Michigan make a whole summer out of it. And as soon as it gets like warm enough to be outside, you know, without a coat on, people are like driving their, you know, old ass cars up and down Woodward in the afternoon and evening. So much so that they have to put up signs. The police put up signs that are like noise ordinance area. Like, we'll pull you over if you're playing music too loud, if your fucking mufflers are too loud, like whatever. And dude, they are so fucking loud. And the wild part is it happens on Woodward, which is like 400 feet from my house.
Mm.
So I get front row fucking seats to it.
Yeah, when they do they do have another big car thing in Miami each year. I think it's like H2 something.
Mm.
And the cops, because it's like big for dragging, like drag race shit and like donuts and shit. And they basically have like SWAT teams just arresting people and impounding cars all weekend.
That's fucking wild. It wouldn't even be so bad if 75 wasn't under construction, if all of the other routes for me to get to, like Metro Detroit, like where my work is, weren't all under construction. Woodward's been under construction until like a week ago, and they opened up the southbound lane in Pontiac again, and like just in time for the Dream Cruise. And I'm certain that as soon as it's over, they're going to start a new project.
Ugh.
And try to, the one that was only supposed to be a 2-month project that turns into a 4-month project. I'm sure they're going to start a new one, try to get it done before wintertime, and then they're not going to be able to, and it's going to be fucked up all winter.
Of course. Well, let's rewind, because you've had a couple crazy weeks. What about last week? We didn't even talk about it yet.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. I forgot about that entirely, actually. My mom and I went out to do something, and when I pulled back into the house, we were getting out of the car and we see somebody walking up our driveway. Never a good sign. Number one, looked like an older woman, and as I walked up, I've learned the best response I have and what I've come across is just like, how can I help you? Like, what can I do for you? In a kind of annoyed way.
Stern.
Yeah, just kind of stern enough that like, hey, I recognize that you're here. Why? And she's mumbling a bunch, and I can't tell if she's like inebriated or if she's like got dementia or something, or some kind of mental health issues. But she, through it, can kind of explain that she's trying to catch a Greyhound, and most of the time the ticket to Lansing is $65, but on Tuesdays and Thursdays they have a deal. It's only $20, so she needs $20 to go get this train ticket. And I'm like trying to talk to her. Meanwhile, my mom's like, we've had enough run-ins with like people on the street, like people with dementia and like health issues and stuff. So like she's on the phone with the sheriff's department, because they're like, if you see someone that looks like they need help, just give us a call. So she's on the phone with them, and meanwhile, I'm like, you stay right here. Just stay right here. Like, let me go check and see if I have something in my backpack. I know I got money in my wallet, but I know not to just pull out my wallet in front of somebody asking for money. So I go back to my car and I find a couple singles, and I'm like, all right. So I gave her $3 because that's what I had. That's nice. And I'm like, I had more, but it's like, I'm not going to give you, I think I had 50, and it's like, I'm not going to give you a 50.
Fuck no. She's just wandering into your yard.
Wandering into my yard. I didn't have to give her the $3 either, but I'm like, so I walk over, and like, meanwhile, she's like sitting on the ground, like in my driveway and shit. So like I help her up, and she's like making motions at her face like she's crying, but she's not actually crying.
Just dust.
It's like,
out of her eyes.
It's sad, but she's like, this isn't enough, and she starts to yell at me a little bit, and I'm like, no, like that's what I have to give you. And then she like reaches in to hug me, and I'm like, no, like don't touch me, don't hug me, like I don't like to do that. She was like, God's watching this, and I was like, she said, do you believe in God? And I said, no. And she said, what do you believe in? And I was like, honestly, I think it's all just we're just living on a dirt ball, and we're all kind of like mold on it. We're all just parasites to it, but that works for me. And she was looked confused, and then she got started kind of trudging away, walking away, and we hear her yelling at somebody or something, calling them a motherfucker or something like that. And meanwhile, a couple minutes later, the police actually show up.
Damn.
And they come up to our house, and we're talking to them, and kind of describing her, and he's like, she kind of looked like kind of almost like she was like Native American-ish, like darker complexion, skin, long black hair, and kind of tall. And I was like, yeah, that's exactly what she looked like. He was like, all right, cool. If you see her again, go straight inside. Don't talk to her. Don't approach her. She's known to keep knives on her, and she does like to stab people. And the way in which he said it sounded so much like a joke, like he was just, because we're like, we don't know if she was like, if she was like a threat to other people or herself or, whatever. But like, and he is like, no, she keeps knives on her, and she's known to stab people. She likes to stab people. And like, the way it just sounded like a fucking joke to him. And I'm about to laugh, and I realize he is not fucking joking with me. They know who she is, and they know that she has stabbed people and will stab people again.
Yeah, she just needed a 20 bag too. But
yeah, that's my mom was like, that's the shit your sister used to do, was just ask for $20. It's like a heroin thing. And I was like, really? And she's like, yeah.
It's the minimal amount a dealer will get out of bed for. I mean, if the cops know her for stabbing people, then she has to also have very severe mental issues where she's not getting repeatedly sent to prison for long. So she has to be like truly struggling.
Yeah.
And it's really nice you're kind to her, but that also is sketch as fuck. And
I think good in that moment, if I had made any move differently, I could have been stabbed.
Easily. Stabby people, they see an opportunity, they take it,
Yeah, it's like if I had left my, pulled out my wallet at that time, like in front of her, I could have been stabbed then.
Absolutely.
When she reached in for a hug, could have been stabbed. I wasn't looking at her hands at the time.
That's when she gets you behind the back.
Yeah, exactly. Like that would have been a great way to like get my wallet, get whatever, like. Yeah, fucked up shit, man.
Speaking of stabbing, I did just get a new knife.
Nice.
It's classy. It's a, what was it called? A gentleman's blade.
A gentleman's blade? Is it like one of those, it's like like a pocket knife style, but it's like, has a little push tab on it?
Yeah, it's got single hand flick open, but it's almost like pencil thin with a relatively like long blade with, is it the Tanto edge? Or it's just like notched edge? And then
Tanto, I think, is like a flat blade, and then it has like a snub nose, kind of like a like an angle at the very tip.
I forget what the one where it's like a 45-degree angle, like flat edge 45, and then a 45-degree angle, and then the butt of it has a window breaker. It's actually really nice.
Nice.
I feel like buying knives, especially online, it's a total roll of the dice. What you get, like how it actually feels and handles.
Yeah, those are cool. I have a couple like a cheapo versions of those. There's one that Shun makes. Shun's the knife brand that I always buy my kitchen knives from. They make one. They market it as a personal steak knife, but it's a gentleman's knife like that, and it's got little what's it called, inlays on the handle, and it's really pretty, and I'm sure it's a great knife, but I'm not paying $100 for a pocket knife.
Yeah, no way.
A designer pocket knife. I usually end up buying Kershaw, which is also the same brand, but it's like $60 and it's a lifetime warranty on it.
That's nice.
Yeah, they're bomb. And they have it's not just the one hand opening, it's actually like the speed assist open, where you just kind of like run your finger across the back and it flicks open.
Yeah.
It's illegal in California, I think.
They were in Ohio too till this latest gun change. Like now that you can open carry in Ohio, all knives are legal, which is really nice for me.
Is it still all knives under like 3.5, or is it like?
I think it's open game. Like I know one guy, I actually know two guys, but they wear machetes.
Yeah, I was gonna say walk around with a fucking machete.
Yeah, like,
no one's gonna fuck with you if you have a machete.
I'm pretty sure you legally can now with as long as it's visible. But like I know the spring assisted are okay, but I'm not sure with the full the automatic knives.
Yeah, the automatic ones are still pretty.
And then the diver ones that have compressed gas.
Yes,
those are always
fucking terrifying.
Yeah, like you put in somebody's chest and their just whole cavity explodes. It's dope as fuck. You've had a lot of craziness in Detroit. How are things overall? Anything new? You doing good?
I'm doing good. Honestly, the biggest thing is I can't even believe it's fucking been a week already. The last 3 weeks have just blown by, and
been flying. It
feels like things should be like starting to like. Part of it is I know the season's going to slow down significantly once September hits. We slow down on events and stuff like that, so there's not as much to prep for. So like just across the board, it gets slower. But also, there's just so much shit left to do this month, and even the beginning of September, the first week or so, it's going to be a little brutal. So it's like a little bit of senioritis for the season. It's a little bit of just high anxiety from the rest of the season building as it is. We have a couple of coworkers that like employees that had to go back to like they're going out of town for school, or one of them is like they live in Texas, they were just here for the summer, and it's like so now we're down 2 people.
Can you imagine living in Texas?
Yeah.
Good riddance.
Good fucking riddance. We let somebody go this week, and it's like there's a lot going on,
a lot of moving parts.
Yeah. How's your week been?
It's been okay. Just working on art stuff and podcast stuff. It's I'm doing honestly, I'm doing better than like the last couple weeks, but it is the anniversary of my brother's death this week. So that's kind of going on in the background, but It's okay. Going to the woods tomorrow, which I do every year, which will be good. I'm going with Sam and hopefully John and Will. I think we're all gonna go, which would be cool.
Nice.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Just I think I've talked about it before, but I don't know. I'm pretty numb. There's this atheist and political speaker. I like some of his stuff, but one of his like go-to models or mottos is to be a little more dead inside.
Yeah,
and his whole perspective with that is always like people are overly emotional when considering arguments in general and specifically politics, which I think is probably good advice, except if you're a person who like really has trouble feeling shit, which I didn't used to.
Like, you don't have to worry about it. You're already there.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know if I should be this dead, buddy, but
yeah,
that's okay.
I haven't thought about it in those words, but I mean, that's somewhat of an approach I take. Not you know,
I mean, that
be
is
a little more dead inside, but like
stoicism, right?
Yeah.
I think in general, it's a good thing for most people. Like, just remove yourself from reality just a little bit so you can judge more.
Yeah, put things
unbiased.
into a different perspective a little bit.
Yeah, and I think in general, just both when I think about my brother, just life in general, the perspectives have changed so much. It's like, feels like so many lifetimes ago. It's just hard to. It all feels like a memory of a book you read as a kid or a movie you fell asleep to type of thing. And I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but it just kind of is, you know?
Yeah. I mean, it's a very normal thing.
I think so.
But grief is wild. It's a very weird thing how especially when you think that you're through it and you're like come to grips with the situation. There's always a little bit left there. And I think the especially when it's still fresh, the idea of like forgetting what color their eyes were, or forgetting what like little bits of their face or what their voice sounded like, and it's not like you think really hard, you know, about it, you can kind of remember, but it's a memory of a memory of a memory after a while, and it's like,
yeah,
it sucks.
Yeah, it was really sweet. Sarah, every once in a while she does, and I think it's adorable. She bought me flowers.
Oh, that's cute.
On the anniversary day, and I didn't realize it was the day till like 2 days later, which was kind of strange because I don't think that would have happened in the past. Like, I knew it was like nearby, but I just wasn't paying attention. So I was just, she got me Skittles and flowers. I was just like eating the Skittles, looking at flowers. I was like, that was really nice of her.
Yeah, you know, no, it's not a baked good, but
we're getting there.
We're getting there. It's a step in the right direction.
Now, I'm just curious, since last week's episode, I always feel so goofy to say, on last episode of, have you been thinking about vegan stuff or eating stuff?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I've been thinking about it a lot.
Yeah. I've mostly been thinking of like the rational way of like what's realistic in,
so you're thinking, you know, practical,
like taking my own advice. What's the most realistic and best way to approach that? If I wanted to go vegan, how would I do it? And knowing that I haven't like committed to trying in the past. I'll be honest about that. I've kind of tried, but I didn't try very hard.
Yeah, sure. Let me ask you real quick. So,
yeah,
when you've been thinking about it, you're thinking of like, did you are you saying you like felt a little motivated and are thinking practical ways to do it? Because my thought process has been the other side of that coin, where it's just been philosophical thought about it and no realistic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I haven't acted on it. The thing is, like, the 2 days before we recorded that, I bought a 2-pound thing of shredded pulled chicken from Sam's Club, and I've been working on that for the last week. Yeah. And they, so I've been working on that because I'm not going to throw it away. That's a waste. Then that chicken died for nothing.
Sure.
But if I were to, think about a rational way to cut that from my diet and, find the new supplement for proteins and stuff. And like, for me, I realized like one of the best ways that's commonly underutilized in the vegan scene is like seeds. Like chia, flax, and hemp are all three like complete proteins, and like most people use them for like dessert shit. Mm-hmm. And I thought that was a fun way of thinking about like vegans get their proteins from dessert and like oatmeal and shit when they put like their seed blends in it. I don't know. There was just a thought of like how to do this in a good, healthy, and rational way. And I think the hardest parts for me is going to be cheese and I think probably eggs. I think I can give up eggs pretty easily, but lately they've become a pretty big part of my diet.
See, I've been on the flip side where I had a debate, like a playful debate with somebody online, because their opinions were absolute trash.
Their opinions were wrong.
Absolutely. They were the pro meat, like would eat only meat if they could type of person.
Yeah. And
I can argue very impassioned. Is that how you use that word, impassioned?
I don't know if that is a word.
I think it's a word, but I don't know if I don't know if you could say you argue impassioned? Passionately?
You argued passionately. Yeah, impassioned is a word. You are correct.
I thought so. I just don't know how to use it right, apparently.
You made an the example is she made an impassioned plea for help.
Yeah. And
so you made an impassioned argument.
Yeah, I think it's okay.
Yeah.
And I could argue against his points really well. And I think be emotionally convincing. Not that this person was looking to change their mind or anything, but so I can feel the argument. I can know what I think is right and wrong, but I've kind of gone back to it with my conclusion last week, and I think in general, I don't really care. Like I really think I almost am to the point where I think it's black and white, where I think I can argue fairly impassioned that eating an animal smaller than us is bad, like actually wrong.
Yeah.
But I don't think we're good people, and in general, arguing if something is right or wrong feels pretty pointless.
Yeah. I feel that.
Yeah. Or like, I mean, it's a fun thing to do, or like a intellectual exercise or whatever, but on a personal, like I can have the discussion, I feel like, okay, but when it comes to what I care about for my own life, I just don't give a fuck. Not about that specifically, but just in general of what is right or wrong, I think. Like, I think realistically, there's not really many hard lines that I hold for myself. I imagine there's some, but not many. which I find interesting because I don't know. I think in the past I would have thought there were more, and I probably would have been kind of bullshitting myself the same way I see a lot of people's morals as bullshit. And I think if I'm fully honest, as long as we give ourselves good enough reasoning, we're pretty much capable of whatever's convenient for us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's the hardest, because it's still a moral hypocrisy on my part, but there's definitely the biggest thing I keep coming to is the world is on fire and life sucks a lot. So what matters more, having a convenient and easy and cheaper meal that I'm used to and that I want, or worrying about the ethics and politics of it?
Sure.
And generally, it's good for your mental health to, give in to those, buy yourself a little treat, kind of things. Like, have the thing that you're craving if you can afford it and get it and all that. But there is also the part where it's like, I keep thinking of those fucking videos from that.
See, the videos don't stick with me. But some of the thoughts of like, I don't know, I feel a sense of like cowardice to eat something, especially that I didn't kill myself.
Mm-hmm.
I think more and more I feel that way about it. And I think part of it for me is kind of easy because I don't, like when you just mentioned like eggs and cheese, or like in general, when people talk about a diet or like ruling foods out, to me it feels so trivial because I can't like picture cutting a food out and caring unless that food was in front of me. Like, I think I would struggle with it just as much as anyone, but I don't have a particular attachment to food until I'm eating it. And then I care about it like an addict, where like as soon as I cannot eat for a day and a half, 2 days and not give a fuck, like fairly often, as long as my mind is distracted. But if I start eating a bag of Skittles, I can eat a pound of Skittles. Where I have an attachment to the feeling of food, but I don't care. Like if you told me I can't eat cheese ever again, right now I can't feel that until the cheese was in front of me. And I think in general, that's kind of how people's morals are, where it's like we pretend to care, we have strong lines, but until it's convenient or inconvenient, it's kind of all like a signaling game, or
yeah.
Like everyone can picture themselves murdering someone. Like almost, we've all fantasized about it. So it's like to hear someone even say that's the worst thing you could do, or whatever the fuck it is. It's kind of like, well, we've all thought about it lots of times. So is it really that big of a stretch?
It's different because we know that, John over in accounting is a piece of shit and he deserves it. But, we don't know what kind of war crimes that Cal's committed.
Right.
Yeah, that's
What if there really were like good and bad ethics of animals, like
moral atrocities committed by animals?
Now, have you heard this argument? There's now this is like a sub community of the internet vegans, so this isn't like typical thought or whatever. This is like extremists, but their point of view is that their goal is to end all suffering to the greatest extent they can. So harm reduction. So their argument is that it is ethical and should be encouraged to kill other carnivorous animals. That we should hunt the wolves, that we should kill the killer whales, that we should kill the animals that harm other animals in whichever way would reduce the most harm. Very interesting.
It's very interesting. And of course, the immediate part of me wants to go, that's fucking wackadoo crazy.
Right.
What I'm curious to think of is how does that impact ecosystems?
Yes, that's I think it's meant to be, more than anything, a provocative test for what someone's true values are.
Mm-hmm.
Because depending on how you theoretically answer that question before the complicated parts of like ecosystem or wildlife effect, like the more difficult to calculate parts, I think how you answer the initial question kind of dictates where your true belief is. But the reality of it is so fucking ridiculous or complicated.
Yeah. It's there's a scene it was a very early episode of South Park where they're out hunting and they have these big high capacity or very strong guns and shit, and they're like, oh, so we sit out here and we shoot these animals because out here in the wild, it's dangerous. They might get attacked by wolves or something like that. So really, like, we're doing them a service. We have to kill them or they'll die. The thing about, I would actually be really interested to talk to or to hear people, who know a lot more about, different ecosystems and things and like how that would actually affect. So like, okay, all the predator animals are gone. So then what's left is, you would see a significant rise in like gazelle and zebras and shit and like giraffes, hopefully elephants, would be cool.
My guess is it seems like nature always has its own mechanism to balance things out.
Yeah.
I feel like as soon as, like, if you got rid of all mountain lions in the Midwest and the deer population skyrockets, realistically, you're going to have a lot more people crashing into deer, and you're probably going to get new diseases. Or like, isn't there a Lyme disease for deer? Like, you're going to get different deer-based diseases that start to even that count back out, or new predators move in. Like, you can, in a vacuum, have the perfect solution, but it's like, I don't know, some of the places where they've genetically modified mosquitoes, and then all of a sudden, like, the rats are come back too many. Like, it's impossible algebra.
You know about the cat displacement theory, right?
I'm not sure.
You remove a cat from the environment, a new one will arrive. So like you have all these stray cats coming to your, in your area, and you one by one pick them up off the street and get them cleaned up and fixed up and put in a new home, and then a new one shows up every time.
That's funny.
It's very true. And I mean, it's based in some fact of like, they have territories they control and they spray. And if they're not doing that for a while, a new one will come around.
That's interesting.
And we've seen it happen in action outside our own place. We've, helped home 2 cats. And I mean, we've had more than 2 show up, but, afterward, there's OG 2 more that are out there that we haven't gotten a hold of yet. So we need like traps, and that sucks.
You're going to get 2 more?
No, we're not going to we're going to take them to a vet and get them fixed. We're not going to take them in. They're feral. They're not ready for homes.
You can tame them with the power of love.
With the power of love and God on your side. We'll never find another Jeremy. Jeremy, dude, he's so fucking cool and chill.
He sounds like your type of cat.
He really is. It's nice that he and Bebs get along so well, but the fact that I now have a cat that I can hold, that I can like pick up and like carry around the house with me.
It's a treasure.
It's really nice.
See, my cat's a piece of shit. I love her, but goddamn, she sucks.
She's, that's Pebs, man. She's really fickle. She wants to be touched when she wants to be touched.
Yeah.
And that's it. And if there's people around that's not me, she doesn't want to. She'll sit on my lap, but I'm not allowed to touch her. It's very cute. Thanks again for listening.
How do we want to sew this corpse up?
With a nice degradable hemp rope.
It's 9:30. Do you want to do a half-hour game of chess?
Fuck yeah, why not? All right. I have a link, or maybe not a link. I don't know how chess.com works. I definitely challenged you to a game.
Ooh, we doing a quick chessy poo?
Yeah, just a 30-minute time limit.
Okay.
I think what that means is like time? 30 minutes for each of us. Mm. So I think we have like...
So we have to like pressure ourselves to bullet time this.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
You might have to go to chess.com, but you'll see it.
All right, Buster. Who moves first?
Me.
Wait.
I'm about to fucking light your shit up.
Yeah, we'll see. I think I'm 2 for 2, aren't I?
Yeah, I think so.
Not too shabby. I'm pressing you with these pawns. I don't know, dude. I feel like chess can pull me out of the deepest depression for like the entire length of one game. I can get super hyped for some chess, and then as soon as it's over, I'm back to normal. You think your bishop's gonna do jack shit right now?
I think it is. I think my bishop's gonna fuck your world up, and you just don't have any idea yet.
I think
you're coming into this thinking
that.
Like, oh, fucking Ricky's bad at chess. He always fucking loses. Every time we play, I win. And I'm here to tell you what I needed.
There is a timer, okay.
Oh, yeah, you will auto-abort in 33 seconds.
Okay. I like the pressure. I feel like I'm in a pressure cooker, and I tend to thrive under pressure. So.
That's a fucking wild thing to say about a chess game.
You doing a podcast or thinking?
I was thinking a little bit. I'm not going to lie.
I'm thinking about winning, okay? That's all I think about.
No matter what. Oh, but if I do that, that's not a...
Checkmate.
Let's go right here, please, sir.
No.
Oh, the horses are out. Horses out the stable.
Fucking horse. Fucking eat your horse. So, anything new? Like, are you thinking about anything? Like, I'm so bored with life. I need a strong change quick.
I'm thinking mostly right now, this last week, I've been thinking more and more about what I'm going to do with time off this fall. One of those things is going to be bringing you your Christmas presents.
I know. It's been forever, dude. It's crazy how much time has passed, you know?
Yeah. It's like, I haven't been to Cincinnati since sometime last year.
I think it's been longer. I think it's been like a year and a half.
It was when David was in town.
True.
That was cool. Like late summer-ish. It couldn't have been late summer. I think it was, like early, like spring-ish, because it was summer. I wouldn't have been able to go down.
Yeah, that was really cool.
It's fucking good times, man. So I think I'm gonna be able to get a full week off in October-ish, probably. I have no idea exactly what I want to do with that time, but I have ideas.
I need something bigger. I need something big.
Like something like fun and exciting big? Or just like a grand thing like travel or something?
I don't care about... You just fucked up. I don't care about travel. I need a way to be free, one way or another. Now, to be completely honest, I've been quite tempted to go full junkie mode, but I don't think that'll happen for a while. But I think realistically, I'm going to have to pull the trigger on figuring a way to change my daily life, which I think will include quitting my job. But I don't think I'm going to do that for another year. And I can wait. But I'm need to build an exit plan, and I'm thinking about what those options could be. Back when I was like super fucked up, there's one person in the world who, if they heard this, they would know. But I used to have these plans with my old partner in crime, and it was like a joke from Trailer Park Boys, but it was what was it? Operation or Freedom
35.
Yeah.
Freedom 35.
Yeah. And we had different, like, depending on what the scheme that month or whatever it was, like that was the freedom plan or whatever. And
don't commit a lot of big crimes. You don't commit big crimes. You commit a lot of small crimes, like stealing coins out of the fucking parking meters, gumball machines, whatever.
Smart crimes. Something. I need a new freedom plan, which is, that part is actually kind of nice to think about, but the idea of the next 10 years of my life being what it's objectively better than the previous 10 years. But I feel like I'm meant, this is going to sound like the arrogant part, but that's not how I mean it. I feel like I'm meant to do something more, and I feel like it is meant to be something substantial. And if I don't do something that gets closer to that, there's no way I can stay in place like this for all that much longer.
Fair. I know that about you. I feel like you need growth, or not even growth, just change.
I need something, yeah. Yeah.
I get pretty comfortable in like kind of a systematic, not like everything is like every day is the same, but just like a routine-ish. I like the fact that like my job is like it's different every day. Like my entire schedule. Oh damn! I didn't see that.
I think you'll be okay though.
I just don't like it.
Yeah,
Steven, I don't like it.
That was so. Why did you do that?
What do you mean? Why did I do that? I had to move my king. I'm in check.
You had another out.
Oh yeah, that's true. I don't know
if I can make you pay for it or not now.
I mean, what are you gonna do? How you make me pay for it is you get to keep your bishop.
Yeah, I guess.
Until the fucking horses come out to play. To avenge his fallen brethren.
I really do feel like I don't know. I feel the need to do something to fulfill something that I'm clearly not feeling yet.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I really want to write more and more, but it's too time consuming until I'm till I find the new freedom plan. Bro, I think you are going to be in a tough position pretty soon. You just really want I will give you my horse on a silver platter.
Man, just do it then.
I'm thinking.
Maybe you will, maybe you won't. Maybe
I just sacrificed my horse to prove I don't give a shit about ponies.
All I was trying to do was get my pawn to the other side and get my other pony back.
Yeah.
Gone too soon. Gone but not forgotten.
Gone and forgotten. Now I'm really going to press you.
I mean,
while I may not have valued that pony, I valued his loyalty. You hurt my ponies, you hurt me.
I mean,
It's about to get messy in here.
Put out the carpet. Nice blood-soaked carpet.
That was a silly thing to do.
I mean, maybe. Or maybe.
Perchance.
Or maybe it was the smartest thing I've done.
My entire life.
Maybe you've never seen such a smart move ever done before.
Not impressed.
No? You're not feeling that?
Oh, fuck. I forgot what space this piece was on, and I'm just holding it now.
Oh, no.
It doesn't tell me where it went.
You don't just click, you actually pick it up and drag it?
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't know you could click.
You can just click.
Oh, and it cheats for you. It tells you all your hits.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, that's cheating.
That's cheating.
A grandmaster like myself would never resort to such plebeian motives.
Well, you can keep that extra little trick in mind when you play Magnus next week.
He couldn't handle me. He'd break before we hit the table.
Why are you hitting the table?
Before we'd even get to the table, he'd crack.
So this is a cool move I call around the world. And what it really is where the last three moves have kind of meant nothing. And I put my horse back where it was to begin with. I could have pulled him back maybe, but didn't have to go back that far.
Oh, man.
What I should have done is set the timer to 15 minutes.
Yeah, you probably should have. But that's why I'm gonna speed beat ya.
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing in chess. The speed beaters. Just now it's a game of catch my horse.
So fucking annoying. Stupidest piece ever. God damn it.
This kind of zags on him, man. You think he's going one way. Nope.
Got a schizophrenic horse on the battlefield.
Take one step forward and two to the side. He's ready for
it. Can you imagine having to live in the real world that way? Two up, one over your whole life.
I mean, have you seen the videos of the show ponies doing their little trots and their little crip walks, just doing the little steps?
True. God, they're so disgusting, aren't they?
They're so disgusting.
Those tall spiders. Now this is where you're under pressure. Because if you don't catch this now, you donezo. Ooh, but you didn't see that slide. Just cha-cha'd real smooth.
Cha-cha'd real smooth.
You want to trade? You want to have a castles fall together?
That's fair. I think that's a fair trade.
For me.
The thing is,
you need it more than me. And you're 2 moves away from checkmate.
So I'm thinking a couple moves out, and I'm thinking there's no... Either way, I end up losing this. I could try to lure you into something else, but I don't think you're going to take it. Okay.
Just killed a rook with a king. Feels good. Doesn't happen every day.
Does not happen every day, that is true. So let's go here with it.
You know, I don't think you're going to be able to financially recover from this.
I'm waiting for that move. You sound real confident.
Well, I was feeling pretty confident.
Mm-hmm. I'm ready to financially recover now.
I don't think so.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I'll take you out one by one with my king if I have to.
God damn it.
Actually, I think that was actually a smart move.
It's not a bad move. I can't even talk shit.
Funny.
It's just like, okay, there's a bishop on a green square coming at you. What do? Oh, move to a white square. He can't get me.
Okay. Now I have it figured out. Now I know what I'm going to do. 2 moves away from checkmate.
Oh, here's a fun little ditty. Let's try this out. Make sure. No, that's a bad place there. That's also a bad place.
Yeah, I planned it that way. Okay.
Your move, sir.
This is where the dominoes are going to start falling. King to D5.
Them boys, these pawns been lying in wait.
They've been doing.
These white boys been hunkered down at the house.
Bang.
Okay. See now, and that's fair. That's fair and objectively a good move. And I can't even fault you for it.
Wait till next turn. Then the pepperoni's really going to melt with that cheese.
The fuck are you talking about?
If you're lucky, I'll give you dipping sticks. No side salad.
No, man,
but
no
plenty
side
of ice
salad.
cream for dessert.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll take the ice cream for dessert then. You know, I wonder if...
About to hit you with a 3-piece on the soda.
Fuck. That doesn't make sense.
Honestly, I'm only good at chess if I can talk shit. Like, if I have to play silently or with a stranger or online, I just can't. Depending on who I'm playing, depends on my trash talk game. And I really think it makes a big difference. Now, you ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready for it.
You fucked. Want to lose your queen or your rook?
Oh, obviously the rook. I don't give a fuck about the queen. I'm sorry, I don't give a fuck about the rook. I want to keep my queen.
No, you're going to lose both. If you don't play your cards right. Interesting.
Was that not a thing you were expecting?
I didn't think you would. But no matter.
You expect me, you play me to be a peasant? A fool?
Perhaps.
Perhaps.
Damn it. I just thought I could do it easier. But I do be having...
You do be having?
I do be having plans. Yep, this is the execution. Initiate Order 66.
Kill all of them. Even the children.
Kill them all, even the children.
I mean, the fun thing is I can instigate the killing of both of our queens right now.
Do it. We're short on time.
Yeah, that's fair.
Run it. That's just silly. Why would you do that?
Oh, because I also lose a rook in the thing?
I'm going to play this real dicey because we are short on time, but I think this might be fun. Let's see how that plays. I can burn the whole house down or half of it. Ooh, you just negotiated with the terrorists, sir. Very interesting.
As he thinks of what to do next. As he wasn't quite expecting that move.
I wasn't, but I think it benefited me.
I want to see how.
Oh, I'll show you. I'll show you the world.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so...
Full court press.
Still...
God, your king looks so lonely back there. No one to defend him. Like a crippled old man. Waiting to die alone. What just happened?
I just took your bishop.
Damn. I legitimately did not see that coming.
Oh, God damn it.
I'll be honest, you blindsided me. It was one space away from me.
It was right next to me. I'm trying to figure out, like, okay, you put him there, but, like, what's the catch? Like, why wouldn't I do this?
Getting a little,
like, what kind of trap is he setting me up for?
Getting a little cocky.
Like, there's nothing. There's nothing there.
Oh, fuck, dude, that's so funny.
That's so fucking good.
All right, now you're 2 moves away from checkmate.
Okay, cool. That's good to know. Thank you. This is mostly just to annoy you.
I don't mind. Not easily bothered.
That's absolutely not true.
Actually, that was a mistake.
Was it?
Yes, check.
Oh, I mean, moving him that didn't do anything.
Lose your rookers.
I mean, okay. Or, no, that's it. That's all I can do. See, if in my queen's place, if there was a horse there, you would not be able to take that rook.
How the mouse falls into the mousetrap.
Here, let's do it like this.
We can do this all day.
I mean, can we?
Yes.
The question is, how long is this going to edit down to?
Yeah. Be all right.
Let's take that away.
What was that?
That was a pawn. It was just in my way.
Okay. We're whittling it down.
Yeah, little by little.
Now, if I can get one move to pop, it's going to change us real quick.
Check.
Damn. Fuck you. That was good.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
That actually was really good. But not good. You're going to have to wake up pretty early in the morning to catch this little weasel. Can you read the future?
Oh yeah, okay, duh, of course.
Bingo, bango, bongo.
Oh, that's not at all what I expected you to do.
Lost my drums in the Congo. This one's gonna hurt.
Yeah, that's okay. That's what I was expecting you to do before.
Yeah. I keep my priorities straight. Now you do. There's a brief window of time that you have right now that I am in some danger. But I don't know if you have enough time to capitalize on it. There might be a way you could flip it. Check. That might have saved me. That might
it did
be
for sure. That was not what I wasn't expecting that.
Because if you got me pinned right there, it would have been one of those things where kings can't kill each other. But I don't think that can happen now.
Yeah.
I thought that was gonna be what it turned into.
I think you might, if you close in on me, you got me.
Perhaps. It's just you still got your queen, which kind of does suck.
But if my king's on the run, then I can't utilize her.
Yeah.
I went on the offense and I left home base undefended.
That's what I was saying. Your king looks so lonely.
Well, in the play that I was imagining, it wouldn't have mattered for more than another move or so.
You were close. That was a good snipe because I legitimately did not see it coming. I think if you would have had another move or two, you might have been able to develop that.
Go ahead, do it.
This sucks.
Now, there's only one thing I can do. I mean, it's a stalemate right now until you try to do something drastic.
I'm just worried I'm going to make a mistake.
If you want to like win,
I don't know if
you have all the pieces to do it.
I don't. Yeah, I feel like I don't always do end games well.
Yeah,
that might get you.
This is a different game now. Go ahead, play it fast and loose. You've got 3 main characters to lose.
This is tight, though. I mean, this.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if we had unlimited time, I know I could guarantee this, though, because I could just move my pawns up the board.
So check.
That was a good move, but I think if I moved wrong there, you might have been able to do it. But I don't think you can. That could have got me though, right?
Yeah, so because you moved your bishop, or you moved your rook, the problem is if I kill the rook, then you kill me with the king. But here's the real problem: is what do I do now?
I know that was a high gamble because if I would have moved down, I think you would have been able to just with your queen get my king trapped right there. Because we're moving around some blocked up pawns.
So what if I go?
Did you see the new state ban with Pornhub?
No.
Like 3 more states mandated age restrictions where you have to show your legal ID to get onto Pornhub. So
wow.
Pornhub decided they're not going to operate in those states because of the restriction. It's not worth it to them.
Yeah, how does that operate? Like you have to submit your license?
Yeah, and there's been data breaches with similar things in the past. Yeah, they need 2 forms of proof. The government literally to a third party would have logs of everything you look at. There's so many problems with it. So I forget.
It's all right. There's a gajillion other porn sites.
Yeah, but it's still not the problem with it.
It's right. It's stupid and it sucks.
But it will. The states that enacted it, it's not just with Pornhub. The other sites might not obey, but 3 states just banned porn, internet porn. So we're gonna do an episode on that soon because that's not.
Some of us were raised on internet porn.
It's just such a disgrace to freedom of speech. I mean, it's just so bad. All right, I took your queen, but you get to have my rook, which means this might. I feel like we can say conclusively I have this game, but this.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Is it? I don't want to.
I'm willing to say that you have bested me in the King's game.
It's only because
King's Gambit.
It's only because you're polite enough to let me trash talk you on a podcast.
Don't worry, Steven. I know those words are hollow. It's all right.
Such bullshit. It's fun though. Oh, dude. Oh shit, you're gunning for. I hope you have.
He's like one by one.
Hope you have a good rest of the night. We got to figure out next week. We should talk the next couple days for sure.
Hell yeah, I'm down with that.
Cool.
Thanks again, everybody, for listening. Thank you to Approaching Human for the use of his music. You can find his work on SoundCloud at Approaching-Human.
Thanks, so.
Make sure to check out the show page at Trash Cats Trashcast for news, and on Instagram for news and art from the show.
Facebook for the memes.
Oh yeah, Facebook for the memes.
If you're super bored, you can check out my trash yard on Instagram at SkyZix. We'll see when I finally get something new up there. I've been working on art almost every day, but I just don't really give a fuck about trying to get anything finished new up there. But we'll try soon.
Yeah,
we got some cool topics coming up, and appreciate you guys sticking around. See you guys next week.
Hell yeah. That's going to be all for us today. Stay classy, eat trashy.
Go fast, eat trashy.
Hey, real quick before you turn off your recording, it's not letting me. I'm trying to save this.
Okay.
On the list of the different moves, I'm trying to hit resign and it's not working.
Are you trying to trick me into clicking it?
I'm trying. It's not working on my side. You hear my... I moved the microphone down to the thing.
Dude, I was so close to clicking it. That is hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. That is genius. Like you, though. Holy shit.